Shapfere Dinsang.
What up, guys? I hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome back to Shapfere Dinsang. And today I wanted to talk about this beef that is happening between Shimza and former DA leader Mmusi Maimane, who has now gone independent. And I feel like that independence has come with a lot of savage ways, guys. So just the other day, Ati Keleba, for those of you who don't know who Ati is actually DJ Shimza's girlfriend, but she's also the head of digital, and she works for the presidency. And Floyd from the EFF basically tweeted, this whole situation regarding the stadium that was built in the Gijima municipality, about how the supposed stadium costed 15 million rand. Now 15 million rand is quite a lot of money, right? And so this basically then got people talking as to, okay, cool, can you guys account for this 15 million? To which Uati then ended up just saying that no, the stadium has, the best of the best, and try to describe that it's got a septic tank, but when you actually look at the stadium, it doesn't look like it has those things. Like, as you guys can see, this field does not have an athletic strike. If there's anything, it's just an open field with white lines where people can run. And so obviously, because Shimza and because that's his boo, he decided to comment under this tweet, to which my money also kind of caught on and was just like, hold on. This does not cost 15 million. And it became a conversation where, these two started going back and forth just with regards to the fact that, well, Ushimza, because he's a self-made, entrepreneur and DJ, he was just making a mockery out of the fact that Maimane went to school, and it kind of almost felt arrogant to the fact that maybe Maimane just knows too much because he went to school, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we need to also just lay out the cards and accept that certain things are not as truthful as they seem, and obviously just the condition of the stadium was proving to be like that. So you guys can actually go onto Twitter to actually see what the stadium looks like, but it has been in the news for the past past 2 weeks, and obviously people have been saying that stadium does not cost 15 million rand, especially because according to other people, they've said that a stadium that costs 15 million or even 20 million should actually have a lot more than what's going on. And yeah, so then obviously they basically went back and forth, to which then Mmusi Maimane basically threw out that card and said, look here, your restaurant was even used for a government event without you even submitting any sort of paperwork. And I think that tweet literally shut the whole conversation down, because this was also just a situation that happened last year, early this year, which Shimza has been so scared to answer for, right? And for me that says a lot, because it just goes to show that Shimza clearly is hiding something, because most of us very much know, even though we don't work for government, is that government tends to often source like 3 or 4 options for these types of things. And if obviously you get chosen, they look at your documentation, CSDs need to be submitted, and it seems like none of those things had been submitted because Shimza acted like he didn't know what was going on. So because Maimane was trying to basically prove the point that you guys have no idea what you guys are talking about, but because you guys are beneficiaries of the ANC, you are obviously just blindsided to the realities that are actually happening. And it was quite interesting, because I think for me personally, for the past couple of weeks, I've always maintained that individuals like Shimza are so blind to certain situations that happen locally, and how public funds are used. And as much as, yes, he does come from Ekasila Setembisa, it doesn't mean that he now understands. Well, I'm assuming that now, based on just the things that he tweets, he doesn't seem to acknowledge the problems that, our government has also caused on the ground. That yes, as much as, they've emancipated people of South Africa, and even then it's not even the government's responsibility, it was more actually the people who fought for their freedom. He just felt like, no, I'm not going to address any sort of issues on the ground, and I'm just going to go about my 6 businesses and keep it moving. And it's quite problematic because you're a person who is of, influence. People know you, people listen to you. And the fact that you don't even want to address certain things when things are wrong, that you can see good time and the 15 million, it was just not spent wisely. You decide to go about your day and you start making a mockery out of people who actually have experience, with tender processes or with working in the selection of, companies who should be awarded tenders rightfully. So it's quite, this whole thing is quite interesting. And to kind of build up to this conversation, Shimza actually ended up opening up a space actually on Sunday, where he wanted to address this whole situation regarding how he basically got that tender to have the Department of Tourism host the event at his restaurant at Tembisa. And to say the least, listen, I literally only caught certain screenshots of what actually happened during the space. But in essence, Shimza was basically just wanted to open the space to basically answer people's questions. And one of the people that decided to be brave enough, to ask certain, uncomfortable questions, but questions that a lot of people in the public actually had about this whole thing, was actually radio personality, or rather media personality, Sizwe Dhlomo. And Sizwe came in there with guns blazing on some, okay, but yes, as much as you want to be affiliated to, this is your business at the end of the day, and who you do business with is truly up to you. But we need to also be honest about, certain processes and, certain ways that things are done. And you have to admit that the way that you also got that piece of business was also just a bit shady, because everyone knows the kind of documentation that you need to have in order to actually get business from the state. And so, to which Shimza na uyamuza nje ukuthi yateka during the conversation. Then his lawyer jumps into the conversation, and he's also a very well-known figure, KMalatji, on Twitter. And he basically was just like, no, the way that Caesar's coming at you with his own angles is just wrong. And I guess he came in as like an Olivia Pope to kind of diffuse the situation before Shimza could actually incriminate himself. But in essence, I truly would side with Sizwe, because Caesar's points were very, very valid. They were all about trying to, kind of make Shimza realize that, first of all, this event is not even funded it's funded by the state direct. It's more funded by the public through their own taxes. And so if that's the case, where money is being thrown at people who are not even bidding for these tenders, then don't you think you also have you are given this platform to also address those sort of questions, because you're addressing the public whose money you have basically used, or that you were awarded in order to kind of hire your venue out for this particular event. So it's just been it's been a very, very interesting conversation, just kind of seeing all different thoughts on the timeline, and so let me know what you guys think about this whole Maimane versus Shimza war that's got everyone just kind of cracking up, myself included. And we can chat in the comment section down below. So from us at Sharp Video, we'll see you guys next time.